Good afternoon, welcome to Stamford Bridge for the FA Cup quarter-final between Chelsea and Tottenham. The last time Spurs won at the Bridge, Margaret Thatcher was still in power. Nelson Mandela was released, Alan Hansen had recently retired, and Alan Shearer's hair had only just begun to recede.
We'll get you back.
And I was barely out of my teens. It's been a tough watch for Spurs fans ever since.
For Chelsea. Wise for Weah! Hasselbank! And here's Hasselbank. Hat-trick! This could be a second from Muto, and it is! Gallas goes for goal, and he's done it in the 92nd minute for Chelsea.
No hope then for Tottenham? Well, they have won their last 5 games, scored plenty of goals, and did end one Chelsea hoodoo when they won at White Hart Lane a few months ago.
Even when Chelsea were fairly hopeless, they always beat Spurs. Arjen Robben is in behind. Magnificent piece of defending by Ledley King. Makelele, oh, good strike! Oh, Claude Makelele! And that header is in, but the whistle has gone, and it won't count. Dawson's flick, 1-1! Absolute ecstasy at White Hart Lane. Keane might reach Lennon. Lennon! Score! Tottenham Hotspur have turned this game on its head. Terry and King square up to each other. A red card for John Terry. Robben went for it and hits the post. That's the moment. Tottenham have beaten Chelsea.
First of all, Jose, does John Terry start?
No.
When are you likely to get him to return?
No, he's training normal. When I see him in training the last 2 days, he's absolutely normal. But some protection rules about head injuries, medical department decides not yet. So normally he should be back Wednesday in Man City.
Now you've had more time to prepare for this game than Spurs, almost 3 days. How crucial is that going to be?
You know, I just tried to give some rest to my players. We didn't work much. We just tried to make recovering work because of the problems we are having during the season. I'm not making the rotation I used to do with players. Almost the same players are playing. So, for example, today from the game against Porto, we just changed Makelele for Diarra. Diarra plays in midfield and Maka is not playing, so only one player. I need to give some rest to my boys.
Now you talk about rest, you want to avoid a replay. You've made that quite clear in your programme notes. Will this actually change the way you play the game?
No, we play to win. We play to win, but I prefer to go to White Hart Lane than to be out of the competition. So if you have to play a replay, we play the replay, but of course we play at home. And if we win today, we are in the semi-final and we have to try to win the game today.
Now the final might be at Wembley for the first time, and the new one, how does that appeal to you?
FA Cup final is FA Cup final, but Wembley is Wembley, and New Wembley is New Wembley. So I think it's extra motivation, but it's not extra motivation for us. It's extra motivation for the 8 teams involved in the semi-final. So I think will be a fight. Tottenham fans, I think they are around 6,000-7,000. Noisy, but much noisier than our fans. So I think will be a good game. Normally Martin likes his team to play, not his team to park the bus and defend. He likes his team to play and to try to win. They are playing great football, scoring a lot of goals. I saw the game in Braga, and they killed Braga. The 3-2 is not a fair result. They should beat them 4 or 5-1, and we have to respect them because they are playing well.
Thanks, Jose.
Thanks a lot.
I just think he's been sensational. I really do. He's been here for 3 years nearly now, and the improvement that we've seen in him from when he first came over.
It's his birthday today
now.
as well. Do you know that?
29, they tell me, and he's on 29 goals. Be a great time for him to celebrate it. We've got him in the build-up there, knocking it off to Makelele, but he's not content with laying it off. You see him hit the far post at the waiting for the volley, and he scores all types of goals for me. Great goals. Here we have him here going through on his left foot. First one was a right foot. This one was his left foot. Straight at him, and he smashes it in from here. This is what Chelsea can do if they're in trouble. They can kick it up to him and long to him, and they know he's going to hold it up for them. That's a massive part of his game, is defending from corners. It's an ugly side for a centre forward, but the number of times we've seen him do that season and come back and head them away.
It's quite a turnaround that he's made, though, isn't it? I mean, it's a couple of years ago, he was almost ridiculed, wasn't he?
He was, and I just think he's come into our game. It's been totally foreign to him. He's been brought up in a different way, a different style of play, and it's taken him time to get used to it. Yeah. But he's been sensational this season.
Well, the teams are in the tunnel. Final thoughts, you both think Chelsea then?
I think so, yeah.
And I take it you're going for Tottenham?
Of course. Goes without saying. It's Chelsea versus Spurs for a place in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, sponsored by E.ON. The game is also available in high definition on the BBC HD channel. The commentary team here at Stamford Bridge, Mark Lawrenson and John Motson.
Well, yes, Tottenham traditionally, as you would know, Gary, have always been called a cup team, and that's certainly the case this season when they've won 13 and drawn 2 of the 16 ties they've played in 3 different competitions. And my mind goes back to 25 years ago this weekend when they came to Stamford Bridge at this same quarter-final stage and beat Chelsea 3-2 on their way to retaining the trophy in the days of Hoddle, Ardiles, Crooks and Archibald. And now they're hoping the likes of Lennon and Berbatov can rekindle those glory days against the Chelsea side with a very similar cup record this season. 1 defeat in 17. And believe me, Stamford Bridge is really rocking this afternoon. This is your quintessential London derby, and Berbatov, the player who Gary said might be called the signing of the season, he certainly is as far as Tottenham are concerned. And what about him? Didier Drogba, possibly the player of the season. 29 goals, and he's 29 years old today. Let's have a look at the Chelsea lineup, because they've had 2 extra days rest compared to Spurs after the club's European exertions. John Terry's rest is extended. Claude Makelele is out as well with injury, so Diarra moves into midfield, and there's a recall at right back for Paulo Ferreira. Now, the big surprise in the Tottenham lineup this morning is that Radek Cherny, a compatriot of the Chelsea goalkeeper Petr Cech, plays in goal because Paul Robinson picked up a thigh injury in Braga. They rest Chimbonda and Gardner, so Staltieri and Rocha come into the defence. Garley replaces Malbronk in midfield. Defoe starts up front in place of the injured Robbie Keane. I wouldn't be surprised to see Aaron Lennon move around a lot today. He might even start behind the front 2. Now the substitutes, well, a new name on the Spurs bench, Rob Birch, young goalkeeper who recently played 6 times on loan at Barnet, and Meadows there if they need him. For Chelsea, they've got Wright Phillips and Kalou. I saw Joe Cole in the tunnel before the game. He's making rapid progress from his injury. He's been out nearly all season, hopes to be back soon. And of course Tottenham also without the likes of Ledley King and Esso Akoto, both injured. Chelsea have Mikel suspended. What about this, Mark? 2 Czech goalkeepers.
Yeah, I would suggest to you, John, that I think possibly the Tottenham goalkeeper might be a little bit bittier than Petr Cech, but I think Petr Cech's been magnificent since he's back in goal for Chelsea. Shows you world-class players in that position can make all the difference to your season.
How far do your cup final memories go? These 2 met in the final 40 years ago.
I can remember that. Mine actually goes back to 1964, which you'd be surprised to know was Preston West Ham, but I do remember the final. 2-1, wasn't it?
2-1 to Tottenham at Wembley, yeah.
Terry Venables was playing that?
Absolutely, yeah, he was, yeah. And that was the first all-Cockney Cup final, the first time 2 London clubs met in the final.
I'll take your word for it.
Now then, Pat Jennings coaches Radek Cherny, and he has played in the first team before, the goalkeeper. 3 cup ties this season. Mike Riley here, the referee, well, he's sent off 2 Chelsea men this season, Ballack and Mikel, but it was his colleague Graham Pole who handled the league game at White Hart Lane in November when John Terry got the red card. So there's a bit of a history here, a bit of previous, and Didier Drogba's looking the wrong way as they kick off. That's a good start, isn't it? Here's Berbatov. And Chelsea with Shevchenko now. Paulo Ferreira. Chelsea playing right to left. Lovely sunny afternoon. Winter turning into spring here in West London. Chelsea on the attack. Get a throw-in down there. Just keep an eye on Aaron Lennon, Mark, and see where you think he's going to play.
Well, at the moment, John, it's a central position. It looks like he might actually play off Defoe and Berbatov.
I think he will to start with, yeah. I think that was the plan. Ballack for Chelsea. Crowd really finding their voice now. Tottenham have scored 17 goals in their last 5 games, all of which they've won. But they're a bit worried now, like all the other clubs who are involved in more than one competition, about fixture congestion. They've got the return with Braga on Wednesday. Chelsea play Manchester City in midweek in the Premiership. Not that that should detract from this FA Cup quarter-final weekend. Ricardo Cavaglia to Ashley Cole. This is Arjen Robben. Bit of trickery on the left here. Oh, he went absolutely clear of Stalteri. That could be a bad omen for Spurs if Robben gets at him. Stalteri's got the ball now for the throw. He scored the winner at West Ham last Sunday in that astonishing 4-3 game. Free kick to Chelsea. Bit of a tangle there with Berbatov, and now Frank Lampard has put the ball down, and Ricardo Cavaglia has gone up on the far side. Michael Ballack is in there too with Drogba. Lampard, well, it's no real test for Cherny, is it?
No, it's a little bit of a waste actually, wasn't it? I mean, the cue was Robben picking the ball up to the right-footed cross coming and swinging across, but he was far too near the goalkeeper.
That's Hossam Ghali, number 14 there. Back to Zakora, who's the anchor man if they are going to play the diamond. And Lee can't reach that, the Korean.
I think the only problem, John, from Tottenham's formation defensively is that Stalteri's got no protection in front of him. So it's just going to be Robben against Stalteri, and I think there might only be one winner somehow.
Yeah, that's because Lennon, as you say, is starting more central. Here's Defoe, Zakora. He's the anchor man, Zakora, really, in this formation that Martin Jol and Chris Hughton have been planning. It's a foot up there on Michael Ballack by Ghali. Plenty of singing in the crowd. All we need is Ray Stubbs' mark on Fame Academy.
Is he still in it?
Yes, he certainly is. He did a great Lola last night, you may remember. The Kinks record. Anyway, here's Lennon playing it square to Tainio and then on to Lee for Tottenham. Tottenham supporters taking up their full allocation at the left-hand end. Tainio into Lennon, edge of the box. Good play by Aaron Lennon, but not a good shot.
He's so slippery, isn't he? And such quick feet as well. He gets himself in a super position, but probably trying to hit the shot too hard in the end.
Tottenham only got back from Portugal. They actually landed at about 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Here's Defoe though. He doesn't look too tired. Lennon to his right. This is Lennon. And there's... Oh, Berbatov! Would you believe it? Dimitar Berbatov again! 5 minutes and Tottenham take the lead. There's no stopping the Bulgarian. Chelsea here, well, they're just taken apart. It's a very good build-up by Jermaine Defoe. And then it goes to Aaron Lennon. And then Berbatov closes in there, hits it first time, no chance for Petr Cech. Chelsea 0, Tottenham 1, and the cup tie starts with a Spurs opener in 5 minutes.
The thing about Tottenham's goal as well, John, is that Defoe's pass was meant for Garley. It wasn't meant for Defoe, and Defoe controlled it and played Berbatov in the end, and it's a great finish.
His 17th of the season, and I do know yesterday Martin Jol was just turning over in his mind, did he ought to rest Berbatov and play Mido? I bet he's glad he didn't. 1-0 to Spurs. Lampard for Chelsea. So there you are. Gary Lineker's signing of the season opens the scoring. Now, if John Terry had been playing, we keep saying this, don't we, when Chelsea concede a goal, defence looks a little bit fragile without him, Mark.
Well, it's just that as good a player as Essien is, undoubtedly, you know, he's a midfield player, and occasionally, defensively, he's not in the best of positions. But the pass from Defoe was meant for Garley, it wasn't meant for Lennon. I think almost woke Lennon up, and it provoked him into doing something, which was to play Berbatov in.
Well, absolutely, which he wouldn't have done if he'd been playing as a winger. Anyway, here's Essien. That's given Chelsea something to think about. My goodness, unbeaten here in domestic football for over 3 years, Chelsea. Arsenal won here in February 2004 in the days of Claudio Ranieri. Since then, there's just been one European defeat here by Barcelona and a League Cup defeat on penalties by Charlton, I ought to add. But it was a draw in normal time. That really has set the game up for a neutral, Mark, hasn't it?
Well, it has, and I think when you look at Tottenham's makeup across the midfield, Zakora, Garley and Taino basically, John, have gone man for man against Chelsea, which is allowing Lennon the space. So that's the ploy anyway.
Here's Carvalho. Lampard, still captain in the absence of Terry. Petr Cech actually has kept clean sheets in his previous 6 Premiership and FA Cup games. Bang goes that record. Bang goes Berbatov. Here's Cole. Ballack. Carvalho. Taino for Spurs, and Defoe is away on the left-hand side. I don't know where the right-back is, Pereira. He's going across there now, but they were caught, Chelsea. They were short. It's Defoe's cross. Lennon's coming in.
Tell you what, John, if Lennon had been on his toes and got the other side of Carvalho, could well have been 2-0.
Could have been. Paulo Ferreira, right-back, hasn't really settled into the game yet.
I think you can say that about Chelsea's team.
Essien. Well, they were 1 down, of course, in the Carling final to Arsenal and came back to win, so it's very, very early days here. 8 minutes gone. Here's Michael Ballack. Diarra. Robin. That's a free kick. That's Garley with the foul. Of course, the other place Chelsea missed John Terry is up there in the opposing penalty area for set plays. His only goal this season was on the very opening day in August. He's not here today, so Lampard will take it. Ballack and Drogba hovering around by the penalty spot there. Ricardo Carvalho further over. And it was Essien who came in.
Yeah, if anything, you could see the plan. I mean, they'd already had a free kick in a similar sort of situation, which hadn't worked. This time it did, but Essien probably just got too much on it, really. A more defter touch would have been suitable, or more suitable, certainly.
He's got a free kick here out of Ashley Cole. Near side assistant there, Gavin Ward gave that signal to Mike Riley. Ricardo Rocha, number 33, centre defender, has come up into the penalty area for Tottenham. Beyond Defoe, Michael Dawson's up there too, scored against Chelsea earlier in the season. What a poor delivery that was by Lennon. And that's not very good either. Spurs though have the throw. Stalteri. Berbatov far side, coming in now, it goes right through him. Do you think in posture and in kind of build he's a bit like Alan Gilzean?
Who?
Berbatov.
No.
Former Tottenham centre forward. I think there's a striking resemblance. Mind you, you have to be quite an old...
I was going to say.
To remember Alan Gill. No, you don't. He was in the 60s anyway. Played up front for Spurs with Jimmy Greaves. The G-men, they called them.
Not the G-Force.
There are Spurs again. Well, that's Zakora coming through there.
I tell you what, unusually for the away side at the moment, Tottenham are having lots of time in which to play. And when Tottenham took the throw-in just before, it was just 2 against 1, and at the moment 1 or 2 of the Chelsea players just seem to be ambling about.
This is Ashley Cole. Diarra in Makalele's role, central midfield. It's forward by Carvalho. Oh, was a good dummy by Shevchenko there. He's got it back. There are those who say Makalele is the kind of key player in the Chelsea setup in many ways. It'd be quite interesting to see how they get on without him here.
Yeah, but I think, in all honesty, I think Diarra is a very, very good player.
Either way, Lennon's job is to make sure that he doesn't start to dictate from that position, or one of his jobs. That's Stalteri with the interception. This is Diarra here. Lampard, Cole. Stalteri, well played. This is Berbatov, and he's got Defoe in the centre here, who missed it by a fraction.
He's such a good player, this fella Berbatov. He sees absolutely everything in the game. And again, it's a good tackle from Tottenham's point of view. Ball out the feet to Berbatov, and he just spotted Defoe. Just a little overhit, wasn't it?
This is Lampard. And away goes Robin, testing Stalteri here. Got a cross in, it came off Michael Dawson. It's a corner to Chelsea. They haven't really managed to examine Radek Cherny yet, Chelsea, but they might here. Essien and Carvalho are coming forward for the corner. Balak's right in the centre of the crowd here. Anybody's. Carvalho.
What a fantastic block that was, John. I think it was Rocha. Brilliant.
It was. Header on by Bal. Oh, Drogba trying to close in from this side. Given away by Hossam Ghali and also by Michael Ballack. Zakora. That's a good ball. Berbatov. And they've got Lennon now moving to the right wing, taking on Cole, and Defoe's in a great position in the centre. He was a moment ago, but still Lennon. Corner, surely. Sure, that's a corner.
It is, yeah. I tell you, I mean, Lennon was still running after the ball, but Defoe was in an even better position than when Berbatov tried to pick him up a minute ago.
Ricardo Rocha forward again for the corner. Dawson's gone with him. Tell you what, the standard of corners and free kicks so far is really poor.
I think you're being kind.
Mind you, it's not been great all season at some tip. 15 minutes gone here, 1-0 Tottenham. Steltieri. Oh, he's a gift, isn't it, to Shevchenko. Now it's Drogba. And this is Ballack for Chelsea, who've got players moving either side of him now. Arjen Robben looks for Ballack, nearly ran on to Shevchenko. Here he is again. Cole. Oh, and Ballack was striving to get there. Robben's coming in. Away by Rocha. Here's Ballack.
I'm not sure where that was meant to be.
David Beckham in the crowd. I gather one of the reasons he's here is to see John Terry, who is at the ground even though he can't play. David Beckham injured at the moment, of course, didn't play in the 3-3 draw between Real Madrid and Barcelona last night. There's John Terry, still under the care of the medical staff. Now Tottenham here have a free kick. Michael Dawson takes it, looks for Berbatov. Good header. And back to him as well by Lennon. Still Berbatov, he's got Defoe to his left. Chelsea break it up. Cole. Shevchenko. Drogba in the centre. Ballack and Lampard are joining. He won't get a free kick there, Shevchenko. No, he won't. Mike Riley looked at him almost with disdain. Chelsea on the ball again, though. Hassam Ghali diving in.
I'm not sure. I think it's a foul. I'm not actually sure whether Essien was caught. I think he was just leaping out the way to make sure that he didn't. Matt Riley just going to have a word with him. Did he catch him? No.
Hardly. Anyway, it's a free kick. It was a fairly reckless challenge by Ghali, if the truth's told. Here's Lampard with the free kick towards Drogba. Got it down as well.
Rocha was a little bit lucky, John. He gambled on winning the ball in front of Drogba and went underneath it. It was fortunate that Drogba needed 2 touches.
And Drogba is now underneath this throw, but this time Rocha really imposes his presence. Came from Benfica in the January transfer window. And of course, Spurs needing cover there now with Ledley King's prolonged injury. Here's Drogba. Berbatov got the better of the bounce there. Look at this. Oh, well, he didn't play the right ball to Lennon, did he?
For once, he is such a good player as well, Berbatov. For once, he didn't quite get it right.
Long ball by Diarra to Drogba. Well, they do produce centre-forwards in Bulgaria. We remember Stoichkov, of course, a great World Cup player many years ago. Asparukov in the 60s. And here's the modern version, Berbatov, who's penalised there. Essien. Lampard. Touched by Drogba to Ballack. Paulo Ferreira overlapping. Rocha saves the day with a clearance which gives Chelsea a corner.
Better from Chelsea though, wasn't it? One-touch football, getting the full-back in.
Well, they'll want a good delivery here from Frank Lampard, that's for sure. There goes Drogba. Back in by Diarra. Now it's Robin. Spurs start to come out. Oh, they win it. They win it. They've really got hold of Robin there on the edge of the area. Free kick. Diarra.
John, another corner set piece that failed to clear the first man. We must have had 6 already today.
I think that's happened a lot this season, Mark, across the top division. I have to say, not many of the free kicks and corners are pinpointed these days. Don't know why that should be. I mean, you'd think a dead ball situation is perfect for a good technician. Here's Diarra. This is Paulo Ferreira. Essien. Oh, low into Drogba. Good play by him too. Oh, that was Ballack. Oh, it's been turned in.
Frank Lampard, wasn't
Frank
it?
Lampard has got it. Frank Lampard has equalised. Chelsea are level, and it was a ricochet type goal this, but full marks to Drogba for the part he played in the build-up. It was driven across the 6-yard box, and Lampard, Mark, just stuck a foot out with instinctive finishing.
Well, that was the thing about it. It was always going wide, and he just realised where he was and managed to divert it straight down the middle of the goal.
It's Ballack's shot in the first place, and Czerny can't do much about that. 21 minutes gone. Frank Lampard with his 18th goal of the season. His first in 7 games, in fact. And Chelsea are level. Didier Drogba's play on the right-hand side of the penalty area stretched and confused the Tottenham defence. Zakora. Here's Lee. Spurs come straight back at them, but Lee can't steer the ball round Ferreira. He's found Ghali. Antonio thought he should have had a free kick there, but Chelsea play on. Arjen Robben. That is a good cut tie, isn't it, eh? Diarra. Drogba. Shevchenko tries to sneak in behind Russia.
Well, it's certainly woken Chelsea up, hasn't it? Somewhat lethargic as well up until that point.
Well, Lampard, you know, 20 goals last season from midfield, 18 this season, and that's because he gets into those kind of positions.
Not only that, Johnny, he reacted like a centre-forward in that position as well.
Certainly did. 1-1 here in the 6th round of the FA Cup. Mourinho in his programme notes made the point quite boldly that the last thing he wants here today, well, not the last thing, the last but one thing, is a replay, because it would be played on Monday week, and neither of these teams with their European commitments need another fixture. Hello, there's a foul here.
No, it's Drogba's landed awkwardly. I think his arm came up straight away to the bench. He just went up for it. There was no foul, he just the way he landed somewhat awkwardly, I think.
It's his 29th birthday today, Didier Drogba.
Oh yeah, on his left ankle.
And he has 29 goals this season for Chelsea. Players are coming over for water here.
Well, we talk about the loss of Terry and Cech for quite a long stage of the season. The last person they would need now to be out for a while would be Drogba.
Well, yeah, they haven't got that much cover up front, have they, really? I mean, Idiger Johnson went at the beginning of the season.
Well, not only that, John, he's just been absolutely brilliant for them, hasn't he?
He has. If he scored one more goal, he'd be the first Chelsea player to get 30 in a season since Kerry Dixon 22 years ago, and he's still got a good, well, fitness permitting, of course, 2 months to go.
Doesn't look too good, Mark, does it?
Well,
No, he is moving a little bit better than when he first stood up, so it might just be one he could run off. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
So, treatment for Drogba. Chelsea just at the moment down to 10 men. Drogba walks back on, 11 men. Tainio for Tottenham. Offside Lennon.
Well, the test for Drogba obviously will be when he runs, which as yet he hasn't done.
It's headed back by Rocha for Tottenham to Berbatov. It's out of play. He looks a little gingerly down there, Drogba. He's not happy. Ricardo Carvalho. Shevchenko up first, this time with Dawson. And he's gone down now, Shevchenko holding his neck. This is Lassana Diarra.
Shevchenko just in a collision. Drogba still hasn't run. He's not happy whatsoever with the injury.
Well, both the Chelsea strikers in pain at the moment. Here's Tainio for Spurs. Shevchenko now, Paulo Ferreira. Drogba starts to jog towards the penalty area. Ballack. This is Robin. Cole. Robin again. Still doesn't look comfortable, does he?
No, it's one or two Chelsea players as well warming up away to our right-hand side.
Well, the obvious replacement would be Salomon Kalou, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Here's Tainio. Ghali. Bit of joy here for Lennon, maybe. Defoe's coming in. Oh, it's an own goal! It's an own goal! Michael Essien. Chelsea are behind again.
Well, there seemed to be no great pressure as well, John, here. I think Lennon turns the ball in. I think Cech will be very, very comfortable at coming to get this. And all of a sudden, Essien decides he has to deal with it. There can obviously have been no communication between Cech and Essien.
Well, that's extraordinary. 28 minutes gone. Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2. So, the cup favourites behind for the second time here, and with Drogba still limping.
Well, it's such a sloppy goal to concede for Chelsea as well, because the ball wasn't even travelling particularly quickly, and Cech could have come and just picked it up very, very comfortably.
I think that's the first time Essien's put through his own goal, actually, and without John Terry, there's no doubt at all that there's a kind of uneasiness in front of Petr Cech, and it was manifested there because, as you said, Mark, Tottenham hadn't really done enough to deserve a goal, but they've got their second, and, well, we've got a game on, there's no doubt about that. Carvalho. I don't think Drogba is going to be able to carry on, you know.
Well, he hasn't run, quite simply, since the injury, so a decision has to be taken very, very soon. And I think the other thing is he's obviously not comfortable with it. And the other thing that will go through his mind is, am I making it worse by still being on the pitch?
Now Essien's down. There's a lot going on out there at the moment, and it's mostly about Chelsea fitness. We've been playing half an hour, and Tottenham have got their tails up here, 2-1. Their fans are getting a bit carried away, chanting Spurs are on their way to Wembley. Well, we don't know if anybody's on their way to Wembley yet. Anyway, it's concerning, this for Chelsea. Mourinho, who's, as you say, made a big thing about being without Cech and without Terry for so long, he's got real problems now. Dr. Brian English on the pitch there for Chelsea, as well as the physio.
It's another ankle problem as well.
Well, Essien hobbles off on the far side. Drogba is still on the field but looks uncomfortable. Dr. English has come right across here now to talk to Jose Mourinho. And that will be the pivotal discussion as to which of these two players, if either, can carry on. Essien receives treatment on the far side. They've got substitutes getting ready, Chelsea. Here's Tainio for Spurs. Lennon. Knocked out of it by Lampard. Good strength by the Chelsea midfielder. In the centre is Shevchenko. Just look at Drogba, Mark. He's hobbling down the right wing. Paulo Ferreira. They want to try and get Essien back on, I think, on the far side. Yes. Because Diarra had to go into the back four for a minute there. Zokora. Berbatov makes his run ahead. This is Berbatov. And again. Good crisp passing there by Spurs. 5 or 6 involved, that wasn't. It was Lee, the weak link. Shevchenko. Robin. Drogba in the centre. They would go at the other end nearly. Salteri off the line when Dawson looked as though he was going to do what Essien did.
Yeah, looked like a mix-up between Dawson and Cherney as well, the goalkeeper. Robin comes an awfully long way. Dawson comes to deal with it as well in between the goalkeeper, and fortunately for Tottenham, Salteri was on hand to clear it.
Well, goal line clearance. Still 2-1 to Spurs.
Sean Wright-Phillips is about to come on, Tom.
Yes, there's going to be movement on the Chelsea bench any moment. This is Berbatov for Spurs, Tainio. Don't lose it there, they're saying. Cole. Little touch by Lampard and Shevchenko there. Drogba still up there. This is Ballack. Robin. Arjen Robben's cross. Ricardo Roche's header. Paulo Ferreira. Robin again, stopped by Lee, young Pio, and they want to get Wright-Phillips on. And Mike Riley will stop the proceedings in order for the substitution to be made. Of course, they can't get the board to put up the right number, can they? I mean, nothing new in that. And in a minute, I'm going to tell you who's coming off.
It's Ferreira.
Placing number 20, Paulo Ferreira.
Paulo Ferreira is coming off. Number 20, the right back. Well, now then, that must mean that at the moment they're happy about Drogba and Essien, and Wright-Phillips on the right-hand side. So here's a change of tactics by Jose Mourinho. Mark will be onto that right away in a moment. For the meantime, it's a throw to Chelsea in the Tottenham danger zone. Mike Riley has ordered them to take it back. Well, it's full of incident this first half at Stamford Bridge. So in the end, Robin throws again, looks for Ballack. Ballack heads on, here comes Shevchenko, out by Dawson, free kick. Shevchenko on Dawson now. Hang on, I think there's going to be a booking. Before I call you in, Mark, I think Shevchenko has shown dissent there to Mike Riley because he penalised him for the challenge on Dawson. It won't be a booking, it'll be a verbal warning. Mark Lawrenson.
Well, it's whether Sean Wright-Phillips, John, plays right back or just right side of midfield, whether they go to 3 at the back, Chelsea. I think he'll probably start right back, and his information will be just get forward at every available opportunity.
Here's Robin on the other side. Garley. Cole got a foot in. Oh, Garley again! Hossam Garley for Spurs, and he's made it 3-1 in the FA Cup quarter-final at Stamford Bridge. You wouldn't believe this score. 36 minutes gone, and the Egyptian, Hossam Garley, scores what's only his second goal for Chelsea, and for Tottenham, with Chelsea pulled apart. Goodness knows what was going on in the defence. They only one of three could have scored. Better check, no chance.
Well, Garley took it extremely well. Wasn't it Mourinho who complained about Tottenham parking the bus when they came here a couple of years ago? I'll tell you what, John, you could have driven 3 buses right down the middle of Chelsea's defence. This is so easy, but it's extremely well taken by Garley.
Tottenham Hotspur have scored 20 goals in less than 5.5 games. 3 here today. Chelsea, well, to say Chelsea are in disarray is something you have to think twice about, but they are.
I've never seen them this way defensively.
We've still got 10 minutes left in the first half here.
Well, they were still complaining as well, you know, because Robin was dispossessed. He wanted a foul, and one or two others like Ballack were saying to the referee it was a foul, but Tottenham just got on with it.
Yeah, I don't think they ever got their concentration back after Shevchenko had that thing. Oh, here's Drogba. After Shevchenko had that argument with Mike Riley.
Goal kick. Well, Mourinho must be convinced about Essien and Drogba, mustn't he? And yet, I think he's just gesturing to it. I think Boularus is warming up in front of us now, so that'd be interesting to see what he does about that.
Well, he might put Boularus in central defence
instead of Essien,
and put Essien in midfield. Or if he's fit enough to play in midfield.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
As you see a replay of the goal, I mean, frightening defensively, Chelsea.
Here's Garley again. The extraordinary thing was that Garley had 2 other Tottenham players to his left, didn't he?
Yeah.
Robin fouled.
And he was onside, of course, which is stress also.
Did you think it was a bit marginal? I didn't catch that.
No, but two of the others, I think for a moment you looked at 2 of the others, but definitely onside, Garley.
Thank you. Drogba. Shevchenko!
Oh, it sat up lovely for him as well, didn't it? Drogba did really well. Strength. He's chested it down. I think originally it might have been for himself, but it just fortuitously came to Shevchenko.
Who says the FA Cup's losing its appeal, eh?
Well, it's great, isn't it?
Fantastic atmosphere as well.
The other thing as well, the point about Chelsea, we talked about them defensively, but in front of them in midfield, non-existent.
Well, that's right. That's absolutely the case. Sean Wright-Phillips. Antonio gets a challenge in there. "17 years since Spurs won here. Now they lead 3-1. Robin. Michael Dawes will get a free kick there.
Shevchenko has a look for him as the ball comes in. That's why he got it. The referee, Mike Riley, decided Shevchenko never attempted to play the ball. There you are, look, he's looking for him.
Well, to stay in the FA Cup and avoid a replay, Jose Mourinho now needs 3 goals. Tottenham without their goalkeeper, their first choice goalkeeper, without their first choice captain, Ledley King, and Roman Abramovich, who hasn't apparently been very near to the dressing room or Jose Mourinho for a while, is sitting in his usual seat. Oh, now Drogba's down again.
Yeah, Rocher's caught him, foot up high. I mean, Drogba's gone to head this, and Rocher's just caught him right across his face.
Yes, he has.
Fair old dive, mind.
Well, Chelsea need something here, don't they? My goodness. Arjen Robben's put the ball down. Essien's right up there in the box. 5 minutes left in the half. Key time this in this sixth-round cup tie. Robin fires it in. Flicked on. Oh, I thought Essien was going to score.
Well, it's such a fantastic chance this again. His second of the game, Essien, headed chance. It's a good ball as well. It's just flicked on. He gets himself in there, Essien. Just a little bit underneath it.
No question of offside here on the second ball.
Oh, there's a question, very much so.
Oh, it's off a Tottenham player. The answer's no. Thank you.
It's all right, he did the question and the answer.
Yeah, it's unusual for me, that. And here's Berbatov challenged by Cole. Dawson. Garley, scorer of the third goal. Hospital past that though, and Lampard, no, but Garley's won it back. Then he's committed a foul on Ballack, and I think this time Mike Riley is going to say to Garley, that's enough, you're going to get a card.
Yeah. He won the first tackle extremely well, and then he's caught Ballack across the shins, the second one.
So yellow card for Garley, the scorer of the goal by which Tottenham now lead 3-1 here at Stamford Bridge. Hold the Sunday lunch. Carvalho takes the free kick. Drogba. Good turn by Drogba here. It's a bit messy in there. Sean Wright-Phillips. Tainio. That was Garley opening it up again for Aaron Lennon. Berbatov in a lot of space far side if the cross is deep. He's got his arm up still. Oh, the cross is anything but deep. Here's Robin. Zakora wins it. He's the enforcer in the Tottenham midfield. Now Robin's gone down injured.
Well, they tell me on the midweek, John, against Porto that Chelsea were poor in the first half, and Mourinho really went for his players at half-time. I think it'll be a ditto today, won't it?
I think it will be. This is Lampard. And now it's Robin. Wright-Phillips. Poor cross. Yeah, you have to say, when you take away the combative qualities of Terry and the screening role of Makelele, they look a lot more vulnerable, don't they?
They certainly do. The only good news for them at the moment is that Drogba seems to be getting better. He's actually running then.
Yeah, the injuries to Essien and Drogba seem to have eased. This is Shevchenko. Oh, it's a foul. It's a free kick. Zakora.
I knew what he was doing. Both players here just left his leg across there, Zakora, and Shevchenko's making sure that he was contacted for the foul.
Yellow card, Zakora. Now, what can Chelsea conjure up here? Drogba has got the ball in his hand. Just a couple of yards outside the area. Drogba's lined that up very deliberately. He's got Robin to his right. Nobody on the post, by the way, for Cherney. Drogba shoots and Cherney saves.
It's comfortable in the end for Cherney.
There'll be some time to add on here for injuries. Berbatov fouled. Michael Dawson with that long-range free kick, looking for Defoe, and Essien was the only man there. There were 3 white shirts in good positions for Spurs. Here's Zakora. Lee looking for Tainio.
Problem there for Chelsea was that Sean Wright-Phillips was over on the left next to Ashley Cole.
Here's Tainio. 45 minutes is up, and the sunshine board comes out. You can just about see 2 minutes. Berbatov, Lennon. And Spurs look as if they're going to end the first half here, and what a first half it's been for them on the attack. Tadio, Gali, Zakora, Berbatov, Chelsea throw this time.
That's the first mistake Berbatov's made the whole first half. I think he's been brilliant. Chelsea just haven't been able to deal with him. He floats into great positions. He's got so much time and space in which to play. It's frightening.
We're in the last minute of the half now. I wonder what price you'd have got against that for a half-time score. Chelsea 1, Tottenham 3. This is Ballack. On by Lampard. Your summing up of the half, Mark?
Well, I think Tottenham can't believe, John, with this, the way they found Chelsea today. Taking nothing away from Tottenham whatsoever. They fully deserve to have that 3-1 lead, but I've never seen Chelsea so poor, both defensively and across the midfield at home, for a long, long time, certainly under the reign of Mourinho.
Well, it all started after 5 minutes when Berbatov put Tottenham ahead. Lampard equalised for Chelsea on 21. Then there was an own goal by Michael Essien on 28. And finally, well, not finally, but certainly in this half, Hassam Ghali on 36 minutes makes the half-time score. Almost unbelievably. Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 3.
Just keep on going the way you've been playing the first 45 minutes and you'll win the match.
You won't be encouraging them to sit back.
No.
Tottenham aren't like that. They've got the players who want to go forward. And they've caused problems to Chelsea by doing that, so I wouldn't change if I was them.
A great side to watch at the moment. Every game they play, there's plenty of goals in it.
I'm sure you'll see a better Chelsea side in the second half. I'm sure of it.
I think
For the sake of the game, we need Chelsea to get a goal to get back into it.
do we? Of course
Obviously.
we do. Frank Lampard, he's going to be a threat in the second half. He always is.
Well, it's a really big test, this, for Chelsea.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this game could shape the season. You get hammered here, and there's a chance they could get hammered, then you're in big trouble.
Okay, let's hand back to Mark Lawrenson and John Motson.
Well, there's only 4 Chelsea players on the pitch so far for the second half. Just a couple of points. Michael Essien, that was his second own goal since he's been playing centre-back for John Terry. The first one was against Reading on Boxing Day here. And if you like a sporting bet, well, it's a bit late now, or it may not be actually. The price against Tottenham leading at half-time and Chelsea winning by full-time today was 28 to 1. So, if you believe in impossible comebacks, no subs for either side at the start of the second half. And bear in mind as well, we're on a record here. Chelsea have been unbeaten at home by domestic opposition for over 3 years and never under Jose Mourinho, Mark.
No, John, well, I mean, they've just been such a difficult team to play against here, as everybody knows. And it's going to take some performance in the second half. Just listen to what the boys said in the studio. If you've got Defoe, Lennon and Berbatov, you don't sit back, do you? Otherwise, you take away the effect. But they've now got 11 men, Chelsea. We're waiting for Essien to come on. You were counting like me, weren't you?
Well, I was, but I'm being told that there's been a row in the tunnel between Jose Mourinho and referee Mike Riley. There's a little bit of previous between Riley and Chelsea, and it appears to have flared up again in the tunnel. We'll hope to bring you more about that later. Anyway, Martin Joel's apparently had a word as well, so it's all fairly exciting out of our... Oh, hello. There's going to be a yellow card here, isn't there? Lee, the fullback on Wright Phillips. That's the third Tottenham man to be booked. Now, Chelsea could get something back in the opening seconds of the second half. It's Arjen Robben with the free kick. Drogba is there, Ballack is there, Essien's there. gets up. Oh, it's a corner again.
Much better delivery this time, wasn't it? Far better from Iron Robin.
Lampard to take it far side. Ballack's now in the 6-yard box. Oh, he's there too. Oh, it's twice from those set plays. Michael Ballack, his speciality. And Michael Dawson doing really well for Tottenham in defence.
I think it just flicks off his head, John, doesn't it? Yeah, just off Dawson. Thankfully for Dawson, the keeper's in the right place.
It was Dawson who nearly scored an own goal in the first half when Stalteri got the ball away. This is Tainio. Always a push there by Diarra on Defoe. Taken there by Zakora. This is Jermaine Defoe.
Just really trying to work out exactly how Chelsea are playing. I think they're virtually three at the back.
Here's Drogba for them in attack though. Yeah, it's a strange system now, isn't it?
There's a little bit. I mean, Sean Wright-Phillips is just playing as an out-and-out right-sided midfield player, and Essien sort of right centre-back come right back.
This is Robin. Drogba. Little flick. Oh, and Frank Lampard came through there and was just foiled at the last by Cherney.
It's a good flick by Drogba. I don't think in the end, John, that Lampard gets enough on it. He almost clips it against his own foot.
Tottenham won't be taking too much for granted. Just a few seasons ago, they led 3-0 at half-time in an FA Cup tie to Manchester City and got beaten. Against 10 men, as I recall, in the second half that night at White Hart Lane. So, nothing's for certain here yet. This is Sean Wright-Phillips for Chelsea. Essien. This is Ballack shoving over Lee. That's got to be a free kick to Spurs.
I don't think Ballack thinks so.
Do you think when Tottenham decided to play Lennon in that position, they would have assumed that Makelele would play, wouldn't they? So he's probably put there to kind of make sure Makelele didn't start too many attacks. He finishes up exposing the very fact that Makelele's missing.
Absolutely. It's almost like a double whammy if you're Tottenham, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Here's Berbatov. Ballack with the throw. Dawson. Lampard. Robin with a bit of room out there. Hossam Ghali's gone to help Stalteri. Oh, and Stalteri still pulled him down.
That's got to be a booking, John. If Lee gets booked on the other side of the pitch for something which is more innocuous than this, then Stalteri has to be booked, surely.
We've now got 4 Tottenham players on yellow cards here. Stalteri, Lee, Zakora and Ghali are all on a caution. It's a free kick to Chelsea. Lampard to take it. Huge support coming in for Chelsea from the Matthew Harding stand to our right. And Lampard whacks it, and it could have gone anywhere, and it's come to Ricardo Carvalho. And then conveniently for Tottenham, out of play.
Well, you can see what Carvalho was doing, trying to get it out of his feet to knock it back in there, and just succeeded in knocking it out of play.
Spurs have got to be careful with their tackles now, Mark, because they can easily get a man sent off here for a second yellow. This is Tainio. This that's a foul, surely. In spite of the fact that Lampard and Ballack are protesting, they just about mugged Tainio there. Here's Berbatov. And he's got Lennon through the middle. Ireland Lennon. Oh, saved by Czech. It's come out to Garley. Garley crosses it. Defoe. Czech saves again. Oh, Tottenham so close to 4-1. And at the other end, Chelsea counter-attack with Drogba. And here comes Spurs again with Zakora. This is like the game in away at West Ham last week. And Defoe's in the middle waiting again, and it's Zakora.
Well, there were two great chances for Tottenham. I thought Defoe should have scored. I think he took his eye off the ball thinking he was going to get clattered.
When there's time, we'll see it again. This is Lee. Oh, look at this. Offside, Berbatov.
Yeah, I mean, Chet made a really, really good save from Aaron Lennon. No doubt about it. Look how open Chelsea are again. But this is a really good save. But when the ball this is good play as well, gets chipped back to far. Defoe should score there.
Yeah, he gave Chet the chance to flap it away. So it remains 3-1, but if it had gone to 4, well, you would have said the game was up for Chelsea. Here's Dawson to Zakora. Hossam Ghali. He didn't play in Braga, so he's pretty fresh, the Egyptian. Here's Tainio. Tries to steer it through to Lennon. This is Wright Phillips now for Chelsea. Robin. Yeah, Wright Phillips will go again. Dawson's gone across. Shevchenko waiting in the centre. And here comes Robin a third time. Stalteri's challenge. Chelsea look at the referee and they get nothing. It's a goal kick. Mike Riley's not having it.
And Tottenham are protesting at Robin's behaviour.
Yeah, they are.
They're saying if it's not a free kick and he's dived, why don't you book him?
Why don't you book Robin? Yeah, that's what they're saying. Stalteri and Zakora.
Nice dive though.
Well, I don't know where you start and stop with all the things that are happening in this game. Mike Riley at the centre of the action there. Berbatov heads on. Cavalier. Drogba. Lampard couldn't squeeze that through, and Tottenham are coming again. Oh, there's a foul there. There's a collision, and Mike Riley's gone to his pocket again. And this time it's a Chelsea man who's, but I think it's Diarra,
It is, yeah, just pulled him back. He stops him in mid-flight. Just thinking about Tottenham, they scored 4 at West Ham last week, and they scored 4 at Fulham in the Cup as well.
They did, absolutely. Also got 4 in another league game very recently as well. They've been Bolton. They've been hammering the goals in. Now here's the replay of what happened there with Defoe.
Took his eye off it, and he thought the Chelsea defender was going to catch him.
When Gary Lineker's winning goal here for Tottenham recorded their last victory at Stamford Bridge. Here they are now, 17 years later, leading 3-1 in the 6th round of the FA Cup. But that was a poor piece of play, really, by Lennon, and Chelsea have got Drogba in a good position, except that there's an offside flag.
I wouldn't mind betting that Chelsea might make a change shortly. I think yet another sort of technical change, shall we say, tactical change.
Well, Mourinho, the master tactician, hasn't been in this position very often, certainly not with Chelsea, and certainly not at home. Another very strong challenge there, Mark.
I think it's another booking. This is what I don't understand. Why the referees need to pull the player right over to them.
It's Ricardo Carvalho.
Just go and book him. You don't need to pull him out. He's got to book him fine. Bularuz, is it?
Bularuz for Diarra, maybe.
Well, they've looked very lopsided defensively. Well, they've only had 3, haven't they? Since he took Ferreira off. They're basically playing with Cole, Carvalho and Essien. And Essien's been doing sort of dual centre-back, right-back role.
There seems to be a bit of a delay here. In the end, Bularuz is going to come on. He can play across the back 4, of course, the Dutch defender. So where he'll go...
Right back, I would say.
Right back, yeah, right back where, yes.
Or maybe not, or Essien to right back. Yeah, Essien to right back. Bularuz alongside Carvalho.
Right, free kick Spurs. Dawson's on the end of this. Sean Wright-Phillips. Shevchenko's got his arm up in the centre. Drogba's also there. And Chelsea will force... It's a goal kick.
Goal kick. The other what they've done is actually, they've now moved Essien in front of the back 3. So they're playing Chelsea. Stick with it, we'll work it out. They stick Cole, Carvalho, Bularuz as a back 3. Essien in front. And then you've got 4 in front of them basically, which will... Wright-Phillips on the right, Ballack, Lampard, Robben and Shevchenko and Drogba.
3-1-4-2. Well done, Mark. Rocha for Spurs. Berbatov. Shevchenko against Altieri. This is Defoe. Oh, Berbatov in a good position if he could have just timed the pass, but Lennon maybe in an even better one here for Spurs. Oh, he's taken him. Cole's taken him from the back. Ashley Cole on Lennon. Another yellow. Goodness, they're piling up on both sides now. I think it's about 7 altogether. Mike Riley has handed out. I tell you what, also, that was a scoring opportunity, wasn't it?
Most definitely. And Ashley Cole had no intention of playing the ball. Just basically took the man completely.
That's a goal-scoring opportunity, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Now, Berbatov at West Ham last week planted a free kick underneath the crossbar from precisely this position, just the other side of the D, in fact. In the meantime, Kalou will come on for Chelsea, but we'll get the free kick out the way first. And like West Ham, Chelsea have not put anybody on the line. West Ham had a man running back actually at the end and couldn't reach it, but it's the old debate. Do you put a man on the line and play everybody onside? Berbatov lining up for what he hopes will be a repeat performance. It's come off a Chelsea head for a corner.
Yeah, good ball. They all jumped together, didn't they? He was probably actually a bit too close there. You know, another 5 yards further out, he's got obviously more room to get it over the wall and down.
Well, now it's still Tottenham in the ascendancy here in front of their own supporters behind that left-hand goal. Aaron Lennon to take the corner. That's the shed end, of course, as it's still known here at Stamford Bridge. Lennon takes the corner. We've had playing an hour. Spurs still lead 3-1. Bularuz has conceded another corner here. Waiting for another ball at the moment.
And Jose Mourinho's just kicked one on.
The Spurs fans jumping up and down in that corner.
Wouldn't you be?
Here comes the corner. Up goes Gali, up goes Berbatov, up goes Ballack to clear. Ricardo Carvalho, Essien back in midfield now. And there goes Arjen Robben with Shevchenko ahead of him. Essien. Wright Phillips. Whether there was a day for him to produce, this is surely it, but not by giving the ball away like that. Cole. Balak's there with Rocha. Free kick. Free kick against Balak.
Yeah, sorry, John, I think he had his hands up when he caught him.
I think he caught Rocha in the face, actually.
Yeah, there you go. Flailing right hand.
Well, if you've joined this game a bit late, I'm really sorry for you, because we couldn't possibly tell you quite how much has gone on, but Spurs still lead 3-1. 7 players on a yellow card. Goal line clearances. Essien looks for Drogba. Ooh. Essien again. Cole. That's a very wayward pass by Ashley Cole by his standards, and it's given Tottenham the chance to outlet on their left-hand side. Oh, look at the middle, it's open again. Berbatov spotted Lennon there.
I think if anything, John, just spotted him a split second too late, unfortunately for Tottenham.
Robben. Shevchenko up against Staltieri, who's got better as the game has gone on. Hasn't had much football this season at this level, Staltieri. Jim Bond has more or less closed that position down, but he's doing okay now, the Canadian. And here's the Korean, Lee, moving forward for Spurs. Gets a throw in on this side.
Here comes Kalou.
Salomon Kalou will come on for Chelsea any moment now.
Ashley Cole, is it?
Ashley Cole off, is it? Well, good luck in working out the formation now, Mark.
I'm just going to the toilet. I'll be back in a minute.
Thanks. Here's Tainio. Garley. Oh, it's Jermaine Defoe onside. Onside. Garley's coming in, and it's been scrambled away.
We're also claiming for handball as well, Tottenham, John. Might have been Carvalho, maybe.
Instead, it's given away by Robben to Staltieri. Rocha.
I think Kalou is just going to play behind Drogba. Shevchenko's gone to the left for a moment.
Well, I'll tell you something odd about this. When Lee finally decides where he's going to put this. Chelsea have only got 2 real defenders on the pitch, haven't they? Boularouz and Carvalho.
I think what's happened though, they've said to Essien,
play on the left.
Of a 3.
Of a 3.
They've now come back to 3 again.
Well, I suppose if you're 3-1 down at home, you've got to throw it all in. Here's Lampard. Mourinho's certainly done that now with his substitutions. Essien is to the left of Lampard here. And Spurs break with Tainio. Oh, if he'd played the ball that he was trying to play there, they've been through again.
Johnny had 50 yards in which to play it for Defoe. Just play it in behind Boularouz, he was gone, Defoe.
Kalou for Chelsea. Comes off the Tottenham head. Comes off that. Chelsea will settle for the corner. They really do need one back here, Chelsea. Lampard's come across to take it. In the meantime, Spurs will try to get Mido onto the pitch. And is it for Berbatov? Yes.
He won't be rushing off, will he?
20 minutes gone in the second half. It's the switch up front for Tottenham. Mido for Berbatov. Corner to Chelsea. Ballack and Drogba are having a long conversation on the edge of the penalty area. And Drogba gets in there. Corner again. Spurs really being examined here. Shevchenko's on the 6-yard line. Salomon Kalou by the penalty spot. Carvalho's up there as well. It's a chance here for Carvalho. Oh, did he hit his own player?
Yeah, hit Kalou.
It's hit one of the Chelsea players in front of the goal.
It hit Kalou. I think Kalou was trying to get out of the way and hit him at the backside.
This is Wright Phillips. And Tottenham are away again. And it's Defoe. Didn't really make up his mind whether to play it into Lennon or not. Kalou again. Robin. Well, isn't it English football, eh? What about we had a remarkable replay at Reading against Manchester United. We had that storming Premiership game at West Ham last Sunday, and now look at this. An attack every moment, one way or the other. 3-1 to Spurs. And here they come again with Tainio. Boularus. Hardly time for Mark Lawson to get a word in, but he will now.
Well, I think if you're Tottenham here, obviously you hold on a little bit, but you need to play in and around the back of Boularus for me, and I think you get another opportunity to go 4-1 up.
Here comes Lampard. He's got Robin to his left. Drogba's there. Oh, and Kalou was there a handball there?
He's going to get a book, Kalou, John. It was Kalou's hand. Yes,
Little Lee, the left back. Kalou's been yellow carded, yeah, definitely. Just thought he'd lost Lee for a minute there, because that's where that little Korean fullback can be exposed on the far post, but he handled the ball, Kalou.
The hand of Salomon.
Yes, indeed. Chelsea need the wisdom of Salomon just at the moment, don't they? 3-1 down. Here's Robin on the far side. Forward goes Essien ahead of him. They're throwing everybody up now, Chelsea. Ballack lets that run to Wright Phillips. Drogba's waiting in the centre. Shevchenko's coming in. Drogba's gone down. Free kick to Tottenham.
Well, the other thing that Chelsea are doing, John, they're just going and leaving 2 for 2 at the back. So it's Carvalho and Boularus against Mido and Defoe, and it's everybody else forward.
That's right. Martin Jol and Chris Hughton are on the line there in front of the perimeter area. They're jumping up and down and trying to get messages across to Tottenham. Be a huge win for Martin Jol, this. Probably endearing to the supporters forever, I think, if they hold on to this lead. Here's Robin. I think Staltieri seems to have worked out now how to kind of contain Robin a bit.
Yeah.
Kalou. Lampard. Robin again. And Lampard again. And they're closing him down on the edge of the box. But here comes Shevchenko. Spurs get it away. It's Mido who's just come on. Tries to do a step over. Tries to win it back, Mido. Wright Phillips to Ballack. Oh, look at the space Robin's got there. Staltieri have got sucked inside on that occasion. And it's Robin's on. He gets a foot to it nonetheless, Staltieri. Robin will take the corner. Up goes Ballack again. Kalou's there. And Lampard's there. Oh, there's some fighting. There's fighting in the penalty area. Lampard's gone back to accept the congratulations, and there was a scuffle in the 6-yard area.
And it's Defoe and
Mike Riley's on top of it.
Yeah.
Well, I thought there was going to be a real outburst there of temper. Frank Lampard strikes for Chelsea. 71 minutes.
I think they got themselves in such a tizzy here, Tottenham. There was such an array of players around the ball, and in the end, they got in each other's way, and it was easy, really, for Lampard just to finish it off. He had so much time and space.
Lampard's second of the match and his 19th of the season gives Chelsea hope in the cup quarter-final. It's Chelsea 2, Tottenham 3. And now, what a last, 18 minutes we might have. Chelsea fans suddenly find their voice. The all-out attack policy of Mourinho pays off. Mido, I think, really was a bit sloppy, Mark, in midfield there before that attack built up.
Yeah.
Having just come on. Tottenham don't need to try and be too clever in this situation.
I think Martin Yall as well will be thinking about maybe changing it if he can.
Well, he's got one or two options. He could bring on Huddleston or Gardner to stiffen it up a little bit. 3-2, the score by which Spurs won here at this very stage in 1982. Here's Lee. Lennon. They'll be thinking now, Mark, about one or two chances when it could have been 4-1 before that happened.
Well, they had the two great chances, didn't they? The Lennon and the Defoe chance came in the same move.
Yeah.
That would have been game over.
Of course, if it was 3-3, it would be back to White Hart Lane on Monday week. A bit early to play for the corner flag, isn't it? However, Spurs have got the decision from the referee. Again.
Yeah, it's a waste. At least make Chelsea defend the situation. Now they've got a free kick and they're off in your half.
Yeah. It's a free kick this time to Tottenham.
Drogba doesn't realise, wait till he knows it's against him.
Yeah,
he can't believe it.
To supporters who travel by tube for today's game, there is a Sunday service, and for an alternative route you can turn left or lean around and make your way to Elmscourt. Thank you.
Colin Montgomery in the stand. It's forward by Russia. Header by Dawson. And again by Dawson. Now it's very much a question of whether Tottenham can keep their nerve or even perhaps hit Chelsea on the break now. That's Lennon. Chelsea have a man down, but in the meantime it's Zakora going forward. He's got Defoe in a good position. Zakora shoots himself. It's come out to Mido. Flags up on the far side.
Offside. I think Ballack was the one who went down.
Ballack's injured.
And Lampard's just saying to Zakora, why don't you just kick the ball out?
Ballack is hobbling. Mido has found Lennon. Defoe's going down the centre. There's no flag, but the pass is overhit.
That ball, John, has been on all of the second half. Always on.
Chelsea come again. Kalou's in the centre with Drogba this time.
Brancon, I think.
15 minutes to go, is it? Mal Bronk, number 15. He's a former Fulham player, of course. Scored in Braga on Thursday. Header on by Mido to nobody in particular. Well, you were an exciting tie yesterday, Mark, at Middlesbrough. That ended all square, didn't it, with a late equaliser?
Yeah.
Can't put it past Chelsea. Malbronk is going to come on for Lennon, I think.
Speed on the post! Speed on the post!
You can maybe just hear Chrissy Hooton actually saying to lead a left back from the set pieces against Tottenham, you mark and put Steve Malbrank on the post. I don't know whether you picked that up, which might be in relation to the second goal that Chelsea scored, the melee.
Yeah, I think it was. This is Tainio for Spurs against Lampard in midfield. Drogba gets back to lend a hand. Essien comes forward with the ball, looks for Shevchenko. Michael Dawson to roll it back to Czerny. Defoe and Carvalho, free kick Chelsea. Gets in well there. It's a good tackle. He's found Mido.
Go on, Mido! Go on, Mido!
Go on, Mido, shouts Martin Joel down here. Challenge was by Boularus, and Mourinho's come hurtling off the bench here to protest to Mike Rudd. He's having to be restrained by the fourth official.
He's just spoken to him in Portuguese as well, by the way. I know what he said, but I couldn't possibly tell anyone.
Lee. Defoe. And Lee isn't going to get a free kick there. Chelsea are going to get the ball, and Tottenham aren't concentrating. There were three players looking the other way when that was taken. Anyway, didn't come to any danger. Tainio. Mido. Essien. Ballack. Well, if there are is anybody coming in having played Sunday football this morning and wonders what's gone on in this game, Berbatov put Tottenham ahead after 5 minutes, Lampard after 21 equalised, own goal Essien 2-1, Garley for Spurs 3-1 at half-time, Lampard 71 minutes 3-2, which is where we're at now. And a whole spate of yellow cards and substitutes. Here's Wright Phillips. Ballack. Wright Phillips again. This could be dangerous. Lee gets the tackle in. Don't rule Chelsea out yet. Lampard. Oh, he's turned that in. Ballack's coming in now with the goalkeeper, who catches it well and gets a free kick.
Yeah, I think Matt Riley's decided that I think Ballack caught Czerny on his way out to collect it. There's going to be lots of chances still in this game, John, I think, for both teams.
This is not over. This is definitely not over. Lee. Boularus. Lampard. Essien. Outside him is Kalou. A bit lucky there, Stalteri. Zakora. Oh, Tottenham are their own worst enemies there. That's Lampard. Back to Robben. Is Lampard going to hit this? No, but Essien did.
I think the keeper got a touch. I thought the keeper saved that. Decent strike by Essien, who hobbles away again. I was convinced the goalkeeper got something on this.
Now Mike Riley's gone to his pocket and somebody must have said something, I think. Or is it a substitution again? It's a substitution. Anthony Gardner for Spurs. Central defender. It looks as though it's Hossam Ghali.
Chelsea players are unhappy because it's taken so long for Garley to go off.
Well, they may be, but the referee's supposed to add on time for substitutions, isn't he?
Exactly.
But there is quite an argument going on, you're right. Now, Anthony Gardner is a back four player. So whether Spurs are going to make this a back five, we'll see.
I think looks like Anthony Gardner's going to go to left back.
He has played there before, left back actually. But I think
sorry, John, they got wrong. They're going to a back
three,
pushing Leon and Stolter as the wing back.
Yes, it is. It's a 3-5-2. You're right. Here is Lee. I don't know why. Oh my goodness me! Well, I think actually the linesman was waiting to see if Defoe touched the ball because it was a very late flag.
He was always off.
Mr. Malarkey is the assistant referee on the far side. And there's been plenty of malarkey here, I can tell you. It's running out on the far side there. Well, Kalou just pushed the Tottenham player over.
Just daft. Stolter, he's under all sorts of pressure just to clear it, and it's a giveaway foul. Silly.
Yeah, the Spurs time wasting, if you want to call it that, is starting to irritate the Chelsea players. But then again, it is in the hands of the referee to just add on the stoppage time. Oh, hello. Mike Riley's lost his temper now. He's going to book the goalkeeper. He's had enough of it. Lost his patience, I should say, not his temper. Cherney's been booked. That was on by Mido. Defoe. Mido again. Carvalho. Drogba heading it on, and there's Lampard. Oh, it's Shevchenko. Closer still. Drogba again. Still got Lampard and Shevchenko in the centre. Defoe for Tottenham. They need an outlet ball here. Oh, well, it will reach Mido, not the way it was meant to. And that wasn't very good either, but even then, Lee nearly got there.
Well, it's something Tottenham haven't done particularly well in the last 10 minutes, is just keep the ball.
No, well, Mido hasn't helped, has he, to be fair?
No.
This is Drogba. He's not quite... Oops. Shevchenko. Oh, no. Spurs are 6 minutes and stoppage time away from a semi-final. Chelsea are that distance away from their first domestic defeat at home for over 3 years. That's what Mourinho has to cope with now. Here's Wright Phillips. Boularus. On the far side, Drogba. Powerful header, Ballack. Kalou! Oh, back by Lee to the goalkeeper. And he sportingly throws the ball out because Ballack's injured.
Frank Lampard's protesting to Mike Riley. Thought there might have been a penalty in there. Important touch by Lee, wasn't it?
Yeah, very. Now they're giving the ball back, obviously. The watch says 40 minutes into the second half, so it's 5 minutes plus whatever time Mike Riley will allow for stoppages. It's where we're at in this 6th round tie. Gripping stuff in West London this Sunday lunchtime. Boularus for Chelsea. Roach is going to be very careful here. Helped by Steltieri. Tainio. Essien. Carvalho. Now Drogba on the end of this. Oh, there's trouble in there, and he's got it. Kalou 3-3. 86 minutes, and Chelsea pull it round. Salomon Kalou, the substitute, strikes with the volley, and we're all square.
Well, Tottenham just haven't had the ball in the last 15 minutes. And also when they made the change and they played the three centre-backs, you're basically making a statement to the opposition that, you know, we're just going to defend here and see out this game. And all it's really done, John, has invited Chelsea onto them. Good header by Drogba, by the way, down to Kalou.
It was a very good header by Drogba, and it was a good volley by Kalou as well. And Tottenham here have conceded the 2-goal lead. Are we looking at a replay at White Hart Lane, or are we looking still yet at a late winner? Lampard just making sure there's no hard feelings there. Two ex-West Ham men, him and Defoe. Has Jose Mourinho got Chelsea off the hook again? And has Martin Jol lost the opportunity to create one of the cut shots of the season?
I think Chelsea still think they can win this.
Yes, they could. It could still be 4-3. Ironic that would be, wouldn't it, after what happened at West Ham last week with Tottenham? Chelsea are the ones who believe they can win it now. Boularus. Drogba's in the middle. Goalkeeper's coming a long way here. Journey, well done.
I think the problem as well, the other thing, we talked about the three centre-backs, and they tried to push Stalteri on and Lee. They've just been sat in, John, so that they've actually got 5 at the back, Tottenham, 3 in midfield, and they're just getting outplayed.
Yeah, there's no Berbatov up there to link the play either. That's been a factor, I think, since he went off, but there you go. Here come Chelsea again, Wright Phillips, Drogba's just inside him, Kalou wants it again, Wright Phillips poor.
Waste.
Here's Jermaine Defoe. Oh, he's got a break against Carvalho, Mido's squaring on his own, Mido's still there, and Defoe's hit the bar. Astonishing. Nearly 4-3 to Spurs, the bar's still trembling. Mido again.
I was honestly thinking, pass, and he just kept going past players, and in the end he was so unlucky, Defoe.
What a cut time we have here. 2 minutes of normal time. Ballack for Chelsea. They won't let go. Ballack again. Wright Phillips. Now Robin. Still Arjen Robben. Oh, that was Dawson. It's a corner. It's a corner to Chelsea.
Look how deep as well they were. Dawson in the middle of his 6-yard box when he made the header. Here's a Defoe run. He did brilliantly.
Chelsea 3, Tottenham 3. 89 minutes gone. Frank Lampard with the corner. Goalkeeper claims. Journey. Had a good match, I can't blame him for the goals. Robinson injured. Well, we're now in the 90th minute, but already it's gone down as one of the memorable cut ties of the season. Forward by Boularus. Kalou. Here comes Shevchenko. Was he held off by Gardner? Here comes Drogba. Referee looks across, Gavin Ward, the assistant, signals for a goal kick. Now then, all eyes on Alan Wiley, the 4th official, when he produced it. Oh, here's the Kalou goal. Drogba, as Mark said, a very good knockback, and really, they got to him. It was Dawson, he got to Kalou too late.
Good technique by Kalou, though, for the volley.
Here's Defoe. Jermaine Defoe, twisting, turning, tantalising. Zakora, Spurs have it on the far side, Malbronk. Looking for Mido. The 90 minutes is up. 4 minutes to be played overtime, I think. 4 minutes. Chelsea free kick.
I think Mourinho's out of his box and saying, wait, get everybody up, pile the box.
He doesn't want a replay, Mark, Mourinho. This is Ballack. Drogba's competing with Dawson again. This is Malbronk. Robbed by Robin. Strong run that was by Shevchenko. goodness, he'd repay a lot if he was to get the winner here.
Well, it wasn't too dissimilar to the run we just seen at the other end from Defoe, beating 3 players. And, oh, that's not far away.
Service, and for an alternative route, you can turn left on leaving the ground and make your way to Elscourt. Thank you.
Three minutes left at Stamford Bridge. The 6th round of the FA Cup, and it's 3-3. Forward by Boularus towards Drogba. Spurs are on their heels again here. Malbranc. Well, Defoe could have won it. Shevchenko could have won it. Who can still win it? Defoe. Meadows down the middle. Sensible play by Jermaine Defoe. Brought Zakora into the game. Still Zakora. Oh, why didn't he play to the right to Malbranc?
Well, exactly. I thought once he cut inside, I thought he'd seen Malbranc. Just play him in.
Malbranc would have been in. As it is, it's Chelsea yet again. Shevchenko's full of running just at the moment. Kalou. Right, Phillips. Oh, it's going to be Ballack. In it goes again. Oh, Tottenham has... Robin. Arjen Robben set it up for Frank Lampard.
Oh, of all the people as well. You'd think if you got that shot in the last minute of the game, you'd want Frank Lampard to take it, wouldn't you? He was trying so hard.
Without tempting fate here, it looks as though we're going back to White Hart Lane on Monday week. Still, Tottenham don't seem to be able to lay the Chelsea hoodoo at Stamford Bridge. Are they going to protect that record, Chelsea, after all?
What a fantastic game this has been.
Unbelievable. That's why the FA Cup retains so much of its magic. 1 minute to go here. This would have graced the final, wouldn't it? Jermaine Defoe, well, Meadows outright. I'm not sure he can find him from there. He can find Lee. And it's Tainio. Spurs move forward again. Zakora to Malbranc, who gets brought down by Boularus.
One last chance for Tottenham. Everybody up, I think. Gardner, Dawson, a lot of them.
30 seconds of this game left. Gardner goes up with Dawson. Oh, what a waste. What an absolute waste by Zakora. Why didn't they just plant that ball forward? They had both the centre-backs up. And Mike Liley says that's enough, our heart can't take any more. Extraordinary cup tie. Martin Jol and Jose Mourinho embrace. A wonderful London derby here at Stamford Bridge. Tottenham leading 3-1 with 19 minutes to go. And then Frank Lampard put Chelsea back in the game. And Salomon Kalou, the substitute, in the 86th minute, saved Chelsea's unbeaten home record of over 3 years in domestic football and robbed Tottenham of a first victory here since 1990. It's a replay at White Hart Lane on Monday week. Hold on to your hats for that one. Here at the Bridge, it's Chelsea 3, Spurs 3.
But I honestly think if there'd have been a winner at the end of that game, John Motson would have left planet Earth.
He would have been gone. You just don't know where to start. You know, you don't know who to praise, who to criticise. All I do know is that 3-1 up Tottenham had maybe 4 or 5 opportunities with a bit more composure, a bit more the ball being clinical. They could have finished the game off. I thought Joel's tactics were unbelievably good. One mistake he probably made was Mido for Berbatov. Berbatov was great at holding up. Mido had a sort of bad 20 minutes. You could also say the way Chelsea played, you play like that, you'll get nothing. But they have survived, and I think they've showed tremendous strength of character to come back into it.
And almost kamikaze tactics from Mourinho, but you have to give him credit because he's turned it around. Hardly any defenders on the pitch.
Al said about Joel's tactics, I don't know what Mourinho's tactics were in the end. It was just get the ball, lump it forward, 2 defenders on the pitch and just go and do what you have to do. And you have to give Chelsea so much credit because they were dead and buried at half-time.
Yeah, well, the first half was enthralling, but the second half was equally as thrilling. I mean, Spurs could have sealed it, as Alan said. Cech made a terrific double save.
They're so wide open. here, Chelsea. It's like a virtual replay of the first half. Wide open down the middle. This is a great save. And then Defoe comes at the back post. I think Ashley Cole does all right here because he just puts him off. But you two guys, you'd be looking to score that, wouldn't you?
All three of us in here said at that particular time, how costly might that miss be? But it was a great save.
Possible handball. Wow.
Well, we seen one yesterday at Middlesbrough.
Yeah. Very similar. His arms are up.
Similar. It was up, and
Seen them given.
I think that should be a penalty.
Lampard got it back to 3-2.
I think Lampard was the best player on the pitch for Chelsea. You know, not just the 2 goals. And he's in the position to slot an easy goal, but just the way he performed, the willingness to run, to try and get Chelsea back in the game.
Then it was just a question of whether Tottenham could hang on, and they couldn't.
Well, you look at Anthony Gardner here. He's 6'6", right? You just got to get in front of Drogba.
I think my Gardner could have done better than that.
That's the thing about Chelsea is if they're struggling because of the style of play of Drogba, it's not a problem for Chelsea to lump it forward and get the pieces off.
Great volley though.
Fantastic finish, yeah.
Great volley.
See what he thinks of it.
Definitely enjoyed that one. But even after that, 3-3.
It was incredible, and you were actually expecting a winner. And at that stage, you don't know where it's going to come from. Defoe does incredibly well here, and that deserves a goal. Absolutely.
He has an option of squaring it to Mido, doesn't he? But doesn't do that. It's a fantastic strike. But that just summed the game up. It was brilliant, breathtaking game.
There was a winner. The game was a winner.
The
FA Cup was a winner. It was like fantastic.
If you missed the first half goals, let's have a quick look at those before we leave you.
Well, he's absolutely amazing. You know, we talked about the Chelsea back four and inadequacies with Terry not playing, but that was a great finish from Berbatov.
It was strange, you know, when he took Berbatov and Lennon off. I know they had the game in midweek there, and Frank's not offside there. It's a great finish, but for me, when those two went off in the second half, then it sort of changed the style of play.
And then we had sort of 15-20 minutes that Chelsea we just couldn't believe. This is Essien, never looks at the keeper, ends up in the back of the net, and then this defending is just it's beyond belief.
Well, when you see the ball come out the sky here, there's 3 or 4 Chelsea players that just don't make a decision. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, over to you, and none of them go and get it. But what a finish that is.
And what a prospect, a replay in Monday week.
Can hardly wait.
It's one of the best games you'll ever see.
Brilliant.
It was absolutely
great game of football. Had everything.
Start to finish, it had a lot.
It had it all, and we've still got the rugby to come, of course. So Chelsea are saved by Kalou. For much of the game, they didn't seem to have a Kalou, but they're still in it, and it's back to the lane from all of us here. Goodbye.